I know.
Open the doors, it's a little hot in here today.
I read about you in the newspaper.
Oh, yay.
And we'll have the consideration of the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk will call the roll.
Starr.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Agenda is approved. We'll consider the approval of the minutes of the September 24th and October 1st meetings. Any questions on those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk will call the roll on the minutes.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Starr.
Aye.
Next is consideration of approval of the consent calendar. Do we have any questions on any of the consent calendar items?
I might just mention, Your Honor, that the public health balance was pretty low here 6 months ago. It's coming back. We have a $227,000 balance right now, and that's good. Yeah, 227 balance, and that's good. That's getting back to where we should be.
Good.
So don't nobody get sick.
Your lips to God's ears, please.
Any other comments or questions on the consent calendar?
Move for approval.
Second.
Clerk will call the roll.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Starr.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Business of the mayor, I don't have anything this evening, so we will just continue right along to consideration of the third reading of Ordinance 1120. We have discussion on that one.
Yes, this is the third reading of Ordinance 1120, and this ordinance is the rezoning of the property. This is the property, that long rectangular property between North Grand and D Street, immediately south of 11th Avenue and north of the Shanklin Insurance Office. And this is for the proposed American Passenger Train Museum. It's currently zoned M2, and in order to for use as a museum, we're recommending that it's zoned B3. Now, the Planning and Zoning Commission, they have met and they've had a public hearing, and they're recommending that their recommendation is for the rezoning to be approved. And the council has previously approved approved 2 readings, so we'd recommend approval of the third reading of Ordinance 1120, as well as authorizing the clerk to publish the approved ordinance.
I would so move, Your Honor. I was just going to ask if there'd been any questions or comments from anyone.
I have not received anything.
Okay.
Do we have any idea how that funding is coming?
I've not
And
heard.
that's not our business, but
No, I've not heard.
I haven't heard anything, Jerry.
I'll
Second.
Read this initial motion or read the...
No. Keith
Oh,
was
Keith
the
was,
initial.
okay, yeah, very good. Any further discussion or questions? Clerk will call the roll.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Starr.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
We'll now have the third reading of Ordinance 1120.
Ordinance number 1120, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of the City of Charles City, Iowa, to change the classification of a parcel of real estate from M2 General Manufacturing District to B3 Service Business District.
Have a motion to adopt and publish Ordinance 1120.
So move.
Second. Third.
Clerk will call the roll on that one.
Malero.
Aye.
Starr.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
And we'll get that published. Next is consideration of the third reading of Ordinance 1121, amending the zoning classification. Discussion for this one.
Yes, this rezoning request is for 2 properties between Clinton and Cedar Street on the south side of Gilbert. This is for State Bank as well as Express Lube. And this is really to correct an error in the mapping. This area was mapped as R2 residential district, when the map was remapped in 2005. And these properties have been commercial properties for a considerably long time. That's why we consider it's just an error in the mapping. The City Council initiated this rezoning request and sent it to the Planning and Zoning Commission for their recommendation. They are recommending that it is rezoned. Previously, the two readings were approved, so we'd recommend the approval of the third reading of Ordinance 1121, as well as authorizing the clerk to publish this approved ordinance.
Same question. Any comments or questions on these?
I have not received anything.
Right, so move for the third reading.
Second.
Any further discussion? Clerk will call the roll.
Star.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
And we will have the third reading of Ordinance 1121.
Ordinance number 1121, an ordinance amending the zoning classification of two parcels located in Block A, Plat of Freeman, now incorporated as Charles City, Iowa, and the fractional Block 89 in Kelly and Company's addition to St. Charles, now incorporated in and as a part of Charles City, Iowa, from R2 General Residence District to B3 Service Business District.
Thank you, and we'll need a motion to adopt and publish Ordinance 1121.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion there? Clerk will call the roll.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
We will publish Ordinance 1121. And now we'll consider the third reading of Ordinance 1122, amending the zoning classification.
Yes, this rezoning request is related to the previous one that was just we just talked about. Express Lube, they're at 6 on Gilbert Street. They're planning on expanding, and they're going to be acquiring the property at 403 Cedar Street from Basil Law. This property is used as a dwelling, and it's zoned R2. So in order to for Express Lube to expand, they need to have this rezoned to B3 to match their zoning as well. So this has also been approved by or recommended for approval by the Planning and Zoning Commission, and this is the third reading. The 2 readings have been approved by the council. So we'd recommend approval of the third reading of 1122, as well as authorizing the clerk to publish this ordinance. And we've received no comments.
So moved.
Second.
Any other questions? Clerk will call the roll.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
We will then have the third reading of Ordinance 1122.
Ordinance number 1122, an ordinance amending the zoning classification of a parcel located in Block A, Plat of Freeman, now incorporated as Charles City, Iowa, from R-2 General Residence District to B-3 Service Business District.
Thank you, and then we need a motion to adopt and publish Ordinance 1122.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk will call the roll.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Star.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
We will publish Ordinance 1122. Next is consideration of the Resolution 16118, accepting the 2017 sanitary sewer lining project. Discussion for this one.
Yes, HydroClean, they're the general contractor for the 2017 sanitary sewer lining project, and they have completed all the work, and they've submitted all the final paperwork. The project was completed at a total cost of $161,904, and this was over the original bid price. The original bid price that was submitted was $114,919,000. The extra cost was a part of a change order that was approved. It was a change order of $41,400, where we added 2,000 feet of sanitary sewer lining due to the low unit costs and the original bid that was below our original estimate. We recommend approval of Resolution 161-18, approving this project as well as approving the final payment of $12,772.08 to HydroClean.
Any questions for John?
Everything went well? No issues? Other than what we ran into down the road?
Correct, yeah. Everything's good.
So move.
Second.
Any further discussion? We'll call the roll.
Malero.
Aye.
Starr.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
And then we'll have Resolution 162-18, which is approving the 2018 sanitary sewer lining project.
Yes, HydroClean, they were the general contractor on this project as well as the 2017 project, and everything's completed on this project as well. The 2018 project, that was completed at a total cost of $181,604, which is a little over the original bid price of $172,356. The extra cost was caused by, we had 3 areas that required some extra, more extensive repairs before they could line it, and that's what the original, or that's what the overage was caused by. So we would recommend approval of Resolution 162-18, accepting the project as well as approving the final payment of $9,080.20 to HydroClean.
Any questions for John on this one?
So move.
Second.
Further discussion? Clerk will call the roll.
Starr.
Aye.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
I
almost said aye for you.
And then we'll have consideration of Resolution 163-18, which is approving a proposal for goal-setting services. Discussion with this one, Steve?
Yeah, you bet. We, at our last workshop, we talked about contracting with Pat Callahan to do our goal setting here for 2018. And so Pat has drawn up an agreement that he forwarded to me earlier this morning. Brad's had a chance to review it. Everything looks good there. We just need to decide on, assuming we want to move forward, we need to decide on what date and time we're looking at. And I guess I threw out a couple dates, whether it be November 6th, 7th, or 8th. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. To know what anybody's preference was. I heard back from one of you that said either Wednesday or Thursday would be preferred. So I've penciled in Wednesday at 5 p.m. That's kind of a date. But you need to tell me if that date and time doesn't work, and we can go from there. So I guess first of all, maybe we should
I probably need to approve it first, I suppose.
Council wants to approve the agreement.
So move.
Second.
Any further discussion? Clerk will call the roll.
Yeager.
Aye.
Friesman.
Aye.
Hammond.
Aye.
Malero.
Aye.
Starr.
Aye.
Motion approved. So now that we have approved doing a goal-setting process, does the 7th at 5 o'clock work for people? Is that what you said, 5, Steve?
Yeah, I thought maybe giving us a little extra time since it'd be probably a little bit longer meeting. But I don't know if that would work, so we need to...
Anybody that does not work for?
Tell them I'm too busy.
We will probably order in pizza. I think that's what we've done in the past, or no?
We're going to have a good goal setting, absolutely.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I thought I better let them know so they didn't have to try to eat before they came, so.
The goal will be to
we'll,
have
The
pizza.
goal will be, there we go,
Yeah.
goal setting done.
Number 1 goal, we've already set.
Toppings to be
Man,
selected.
we're good.
It may have been my first pineapple pizza. I don't remember.
Toppings to be selected at a later date.
Well, good. So we will plan on November 7th at 5 o'clock, and you'll make the contact with Mr. Callahan then?
I will, yeah. And I do have I should say it's for a total amount of $1,350. That's going to be the cost of the goal setting process. It'll include working with city department heads as we have in the past, and as it works out, we have a department head meeting tomorrow, so we'll be handing out the goal setting sheets. I also have the goal setting questionnaire hard copies to hand out to anyone who wants one. Otherwise, I'll forward you all the electronic copy. It might be easier for them to tally if it's all done electronically, but I have hard copies here if people prefer to write them out. So I'll hand those out after the meeting.
And I think you mentioned at our workshop that this fee is actually a little bit less than what we've done before with the Institute of Public
Yeah, Institute of Public Affairs.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yes.
think of what the A stood for.
I think that's typically been closer to $2,000. So this one's a little bit of breaking price as well, so.
Good. Good. Any miscellaneous correspondence tonight?
None, Your Honor.
Brad, any report from the attorney tonight?
None, Your Honor.
Okay. City clerk report?
Oh, I always have something, don't I? Next planning session will be Tuesday, October 23rd, due to the Rotary event on Monday, the 22nd, and that will be at 6 o'clock. And I will be gone this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, to a conference, so try not to miss me too much, okay? So.
Done.
Thanks, Mike. And that's it.
The planning and zoning review of the comp plan, is that the 22nd? Is that correct?
22nd.
It's the public hearing, yep, at 5.
If anybody's interested in attending that, so.
Yeah, thanks for that, Dean, I forgot about that.
Plan is available on the city website, or hard copies available here at City Hall or the library.
Are there any links to that on our social media page?
I don't think so, not yet.
Okay.
Might do that.
Okay, Steve, anything else to report tonight?
Just tomorrow afternoon's our nuisance, Paul and I are going on the nuisance tour to update our nuisance home list, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. Have a transit meeting this Wednesday with Nyakog, Tammy, and Ginny and myself, just kind of go over how the operation is working to date, to see kind of where we're at here 2 months in now, so we'll have that. Southwest TIF Committee, I want to speak with both of you after the meeting. We're looking to set up a date here in October for our next Southwest TIF meetings, as TIF certifications are coming up here at the end of November, so need to have Southwest TIF recommendation done here before too long. I want to mention that brush pickup starts next week, the week of the 22nd, so have your brush out for pickup starting next week. And then we'll be starting leaf pickup the following week. So October 29th, they'll start on the west side of town and work their way east. And that'll be the 29th with the goal of having leaves swept up prior to Halloween. So we'll be putting a note in the paper and on our social media page to let everybody know, because it would be really helpful if people have their vehicles off the street as much as possible, so we can effectively pick up the leaves. So
Are the leaves pulled away from the curb, or what's the preference from the street department?
preference of the street department is to have no leaves in the curb.
I agree.
Second place would be, I guess, you can put them in there. They don't have to be right off the curb, because the machine will go right up and pick it up. But yeah, if we're going to sweep into the street, I guess it does. They can be uptight, but having the cars out of the way would be the main thing.
Is there usually then a second follow-up later on after that?
Oftentimes,
I think
yeah.
so.
We were gonna be doing it next week, but we still got a lot of leaves to go. Hopefully the snow will help pull them off.
Oh, gosh.
So. Yeah, but we'll likely be following up a couple weeks after that, I would suspect.
Okay.
That's all I have.
That's all? Any board, commission, or committee reports from anyone tonight? If not, we would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
About 18 minutes.
What would you do? Somebody said no.
pretty good.
I'd say you're outvoted, 4-1.
Yeah, there you go. I'm glad to hear that, Dean.
You little face, you guys thought we were gonna run. You never know.
How's that, Mike? 19 minutes? Is that a...
You just got Dan's approval. He was over here just saying he's definitely going to vote for you again if that's the way we're going to go.
Who's playing football?